Welcome back to the Blue Lines podcast. That's Dorian. I'm Chris. Uh, I don't have to go through this, but two college friends that found out podcast equipment isn't nearly expensive enough, and we can both afford it. So here we are. Uh, it's a hockey podcast. Obviously, blue lines, two blue lines on the ice, two of us. We're looking for a third, but hey ho. Um, All right, little rundown of today's show. Two coaches have been fired since Monday. Charlie Coyle gets a massive extension with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Colorado and Minnesota decide to let that series divulge into chaos. Uh, Charlie McAvoy has been suspended officially. Montreal just scored to tie the game as we're watching that right now. Braden McNabb also suspended, and Matthew Schaefer wins the Calder vote unanimously.
Is anybody shocked by
Uh,
that?
I was just gonna ask where we want to start, but we can start there. Um,
Feels like the
no,
feels like the best spot to start. No.
yeah. That is the first rookie to win the Calder since Timu Solani did it with his 76 goal rookie season. Was Did it seem close? It did, based if you're just judging based on points. But once you take into the fact that Schaefer is a defenseman, it's not particularly close. And I believe, what was his time on ice here? If you just want to, I don't know, say something
I
about it, like thoughts.
I wasn't shocked. I was kind of shocked that it was a unanimous vote though. That was the thing that was kind of shocking, you know. But
That's fair. Yeah,
the besides that, I mean, like, I shouldn't say shocking. It's more of oh, I can't believe everybody actually agreed that he should win the Calder.
yeah.
uh, man, I out of all the rookies, I'm glad he's the one that got it. Besides Fraser Benton, he was my runner up.
Fraser Minton, who I believe came seventh,
That sounds right.
I
He
think
he, he would.
seventh or eighth. I know we got a handful of first or fourth and fifth place votes, but I believe that was it. Um,
Yeah.
all right, I'm trying to figure out where to find time on ice here, and I just can't for averages at least. So anyways, yeah. Matthew Schaefer winning the Calder unanimously. That's should really be a surprise to no one. Um, you know what? Why not? We'll work our way bottom up here. Charlie McAvoy and Braden McNabb both suspended. That uh both
McAvoy's uh,
I'd say both were fair.
for one's in playoff sense, yeah, and the other one is hey, you're out of the playoffs. I
Yeah.
kind of surprised that the McAvoy one took as long as it did, considering that it was supposed to be out on Monday, and we found out
Yeah, that didn't come out
yesterday.
till I believe 5 o'clock Tuesday.
Oh,
I think it was.
was it?
I think it was Tuesday. It was either 5 o'clock Tuesday or 5 o'clock yesterday. Um, it but the meeting was held on Tuesday, and it was in person. So I don't, or on Monday, sorry. So I don't know why it took so long for them to get their act together and announce it. But yeah. So Charlie McAvoy will be missing the first 6 games of next season for the Boston Bruins, and honestly, I'm going to assume one of those games is because of his post he made after the Jovis Vilsmanis hit in the Florida Panthers game just before the Olympic break that went unpenalized, where he posted his face again, bubbled up, and with a clip of the play showing him clearly taking a hit to the head with no supplemental discipline coming from the NHL. As for the Braden McNabb suspension, one game in the playoffs, which most people know now equates to approximately 2 regular season games, plus the 50 minutes that he missed because of how early in the game the penalty occurred. Uh,
So
I
he
would say that's fair.
he probably would have gotten 2 games if it didn't happen 10 minutes in,
Yeah, I
maybe.
I would agree with that. If you go back and watch the video, he's gliding in from center ice,
Uh,
and
Buffalo just scored to make it 2-1.
no, well, all right. Buffalo's not going down without a fight, it would seem. Ryan Paling, Paling, is that Paling?
I think it's Paling.
Paling. All right. Ryan Paling is trying to break the puck out, and it gets turned over just inside the Anaheim zone. He's going towards the Vegas zone, as it hasn't quite registered that he doesn't have the puck yet, which is to be expected. He stops up, and Braden McNabb is gliding in towards him from center ice and just lays him out hard. The thing that shocked me was the ESPN broadcast was calling it a clean hit.
Yeah, well, everything that the ESPN broadcast has to say is just falsely fucking wrong. sorry for swearing there, but god damn, they suck.
Yeah, that is not their best moment as the national broadcaster of the NHL in the States.
Sorry, they're also meat riding the Leafs a little bit. I don't know if you've been seeing
Habs
that.
just scored to tie it once again, so it's 2-2 now.
Buffalo has a better shooting percentage, though.
I mean, okay, well, goaltending has yet to exist in this game, so let me know once it starts to. Actually, that might be a story we can get to if we have time there. But yeah, so sorry, the Braden McNabb hit, it was clean in the sense of where it was on the body.
Yeah.
He didn't jump into it. Both his skates were on the ice until after the hit, which is probably why it wasn't more as well. Oh, that was a great tip from the Habs there off the skate and in. It was just a very hard hit to a player that didn't have the puck and quite frankly hadn't had the puck for quite some time.
Well, and considering like if McNabb was skating a little bit harder, I probably would say he didn't have time to stop. My man's glided felt like half an hour just watching him just go.
Yeah,
he could have stopped. He didn't have to hit him.
No, there was a decisive choice made there, and I'm not sure he does make that same choice in the regular season.
Oh, probably not.
Because it's the playoffs, you're playing the same team 4 to 7 times, at least 6 times in a row now for Vegas Anaheim, sorry. It's not something that you have a chance to make a hit, you make the hit. There's no second guessing it. It was late, and the head wasn't the principal point of contact, but it was maybe a little high. So that's why Braden McNabb gets the automatic game misconduct, and that's actually a rule I found out. If a major interference penalty is awarded, then it is automatically a game misconduct.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so that was one that I just learned doing a bit of prep for the show.
Well, I'm glad I learned about that one too.
Yeah, it's interesting to know that because I know, was it Mikko Rantanen this year who got a suspension for 2 interference penalties?
It was back-to-back game misconducts that he got an automatic game.
Yeah, so 2 game misconducts gets you an automatic suspension, which is fair. And then, obviously, yeah, this one gets you in gets you a 1 game as well, which, again, I think is fair and is rightfully earned. Um, yeah. I'm good to move on there if you are.
Yeah, I
Kind of
got.
flying through this here, but I think this next segment's gonna take a bit longer here.
I'm good. I got nothing else to touch on. I feel like we covered that mostly
All
pretty good.
right. Couple head coaches have recently been fired. Do you want to start east or west?
Start west.
Start west. All right. So Chris Knobloch, across 3 seasons with the Edmonton Oilers with a 135, 77, and 21 record, has been fired by the Edmonton Oilers with I believe it's a 4-year deal,
Oh,
kicking
was it?
in at the start of next season. 4 or 3 years. I'm not
Wait, did
a relatively long-term deal for a head coach. Uh,
they extended him last year or this
yeah,
year? Oh,
yeah. So at the end of last season, he got an extension, and then doesn't even see game one of that extension. I This has to be a McDavid call, right? He made the call to hire him. He makes the call to fire him.
yeah. Oh, Buffalo just scored. They made it 3-2.
Oh, well, yeah, goaltending is well and truly gone in this series now.
Um. Yeah, I don't see how McDavid doesn't fire him. Like it's got to be his call, 100%.
Yeah,
It's it's kind of shocking though. Like he got them to back-to-back cup finals. Now, granted, each like from his first series to his second series to his last series just got significantly worse.
yeah. Took a step back. Took a step back last year, and then a big step back this year. Um,
I mean, he was. I don't think he was really the problem. I just think the problem is you can't keep pucks out of your net.
I was gonna say the wrong guy was fired, whether it's goaltending coach or GM, president, whatever it is. The wrong guy was fired here, unfortunately.
Unless if it's just Bowman's the GM, right?
I believe it is Stan Bowman still, yeah.
So unless Bowman's just basically saying, "Fuck your guy, Connor. He didn't work out."
I I don't know if you could say it didn't work out when your goaltending falls off a cliff
I'm not.
year after year.
I'm not saying that. I'm not personally saying that. I'm just saying, is that
Oh
what
no,
Bowman like? Is that what Bowman's
yeah,
trying to
that
be
that
like?
could absolutely be what's going on there. I You kind of got a feel for the guy. I mean, there's no
I
guarantee after this job that he gets another job in the NHL.
I mean,
Um,
like I know he coached McDavid, and it's kind of hard to have a bad record with McDavid and Draisaitl on your team, but
and
he's
I mean,
he
he didn't
has.
have a bad record.
I know he has a great record.
But unfortunately,
I don't think
playoff
he.
success is what's going to matter for a lot of teams. So he didn't have it, unfortunately.
I
Uh,
don't think he's gonna stay out of a job for long though.
I don't think he will either because he seems like a good head coach, but at the same time, uh, when you're buddy buddy with the guy that got you this job, and then all of a sudden you're fired, there's
Yeah,
no guarantee you get back into that coaching carousel anymore, right?
that's
So,
that's also fair.
um, yeah, I think that's about it for the Chris Knobloch situation. The wrong guy was fired regardless, and just kind of wish more time isn't the right word, but they got a goalie that could actually play goalie.
Yep, yep. That would have solved a lot of their issues.
Yeah. And who knows? If they get that, maybe they're back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, and maybe they're still in the playoffs right now. Uh,
But here we
but
are.
moving out east,
The right guy
Uh,
was fired this time. Woo!
well, there's been a lot of guys fired around this organization as of late. Whether it's cutbacks or just all around position changes. A lot of people have been fired by the Leafs as of late, and Craig Berube is the latest domino to fall with a 164, or sorry, with 164 games, only 2 seasons, an 84, 62, and 18 record, 7-6 in the playoffs. I mean, this feels too soon. No?
No, it's not. I know you probably didn't see very many Leafs games.
I didn't watch a ton. No, I saw a few. I didn't see a ton though.
I started dipping off near the end of this. I think I was on and off with the team this year. It was horrible to watch. Also, I a lot of people have been saying this. How do you let your 69 goal scorer? Did he even eclipse 40 last year?
No, I don't believe so. Uh, it neither one of his recent seasons were good.
That's a systems
Obviously
issue.
that being Austin Matthews. Uh, yeah, 33 goals in 24-25 after coming off of 69 in 23-24.
It's a systems issue. Craig plays a dump and chase. It doesn't fit your guy. Also, why the hell are you playing him as a defensive centerman? I get he can do it.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be.
No,
not,
at 13.
Not that much.
Is it 13.5 he's making?
13 and a quarter, I think, is what he's making.
Yeah, that's too much.
For a defensive centerman.
Yeah.
Who can occasionally score goals.
No,
he's a goal scorer. Yes, he plays great defense. He's a great two-way player. Your system does not fit my superstar. Goodbye.
Yeah. I want to say it feels early to fire him, but you can't. Not many coaches see their team win a first overall pick and see the fruits of that first overall pick come to fruition. I'll say that much. And
also, Craig doesn't like to play young players, so Gavin McKenna would never see the ice for this God forbidden.
Are we sure it's Gavin McKenna?
I don't know, but
are we sure it would be?
Fine. Any young player that the Leafs take as their first overall pick will not see the light of day for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay, I was going to bring that up either just after this segment or at the end of the show, but yeah, there's no. Do the Leafs need Gavin McKenna,
yes,
or do they take one of the? I believe it's 3 or 4 young defensemen.
No. You're taking the best player available.
Fine, but you don't want to make your back end better and get a potential lockdown defenseman of the future?
No, you're taking the best player available. Anyways, back to Craig. He can't coach. You can't coach Matthews, and he lost the room. He lost the room halfway through the season. They stopped playing for him.
That's fair.
I kind of had some hope after they fired Sullivan. No, Savard. There we go.
Yeah, Mark Savard.
Well, because they started clicking. It almost like they got the new coach bump on the assistant coach. And you're like, hey, this team's back in it. And then
very quickly weren't.
And then the Olympic break happened. I think they won all 3 games going into it, too.
Yeah, they did.
And then after the Olympic break, they They stopped playing. They didn't care.
Yeah.
I don't like. I kind of get how you're like it's too soon. You could have waited another season, but no. The Matthews had I think it was the biggest point drop off in like history ever or something like that from one season to the next or franchise history. It's something stupid.
I think it's franchise history. Um, yeah, obviously that's not a good thing, and I'm fine letting you run wild on this one. Obviously, being the Leafs fan here. Uh, but yeah, I would think it's maybe a touch early.
Well,
If you don't fire him now, though, then you get into the whole. Well, John Shaika just got here,
yeah.
and he's gonna want to see a stretch run with Craig, and then he brings in his guy, and then it's just cyclical all over again. Because Craig Berube is Brad Treliving's guy, so now John Shaika, whatever. I don't Shaika. I think it's Shaika. He said he wants it to be pronounced as. Will now be able to bring in his own guy, and most GMs get one bullet in the chamber. So this next guy that he brings in will be his one bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And when he chooses to use it and on who, that is to be seen.
The only thing that kind of concerned me with that was just him saying that they don't have a timeline, but it also doesn't like when does hockey start? Like June or like training camps like June or something, July, August.
Training camp, development camp, I believe, is early August. But actual training camp won't be until September, I think.
Oh, I way
Because
off on my
I
dates.
think, yeah, I think development camp is 2 weeks long or so, and then training camp starts up a few weeks after that.
And you want your head coach at development camp, right? Probably.
Well, ideally, you want your head coach on the draft floor.
Well, so that's probably his deadline then.
I feel like the day of the draft would be his deadline. Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping it's gonna be Cassidy, but that's nor here nor there.
Well, that's actually something that I wanted to bring up. Bruce Cassidy was asked, or I guess rather, the Vegas Golden Knights were asked if Edmonton could speak with him, and were promptly left on red.
Yeah.
By the Golden Knights there. Does that change if a not only non-divisional opponent or rival rather asks, but a team in a completely different conference who you only see twice a season?
I
does
feel like
that change their answer a bit?
I feel like it would. Like I'm just gonna use this as an example. I hated when Boston and the Leafs traded together. I hated it. So it almost makes sense for now. Obviously, they can just still say no, but I feel like it's not as bad as if like like when the Oilers are like, "Hey, can we speak to your guy?" And no, we played.
Yeah,
like...
there's definitely a difference there. So
now who knows? Maybe it's Knobloch that they sign, and life's like, who knows? I don't know. Yeah, it'd be. I don't know. I don't know who I want as my head coach. I think Cassidy's probably the best available right now.
That's fair. As for available head coaches, I would tend to agree with that. I know I said there's no guarantee he gets back in the coaching carousel, not 20 minutes ago. Chris Knobloch, though?
I also wouldn't hate to have him on my team. He has a decent record, and he coached the best player in the world twice.
Because realistically, you look at the makeup of these two teams, the Leafs and the Oilers, they're not overly dissimilar. You have a lot of star power
The
with
only thing
a
is the Leafs
handful of
can
nobodies.
actually. The only thing is the Leafs can actually get a fucking save sometimes.
The Leafs can get a save, and that is something the Oilers can't do.
You know what?
I
You've convinced me. Knobloch, Leafs are going to the finals.
I will give the Oilers credit. They have a better defensive core 1 through 6 than the Leafs do.
Oh, 100%.
Um, but you go off the board. You don't take Gavin McKenna. You get your number one defenseman of the future. There could be something there.
My other point on Craig, even like I kind of get him coaching to try and win games still.
Yep.
At some point in the season, you kind of gotta be like, yeah, we're not making it, and start playing some of your young guys. Cowan didn't start seeing extra ice time for a while. Plus, they kept healthy scratching him, and he's a rookie, and you're supposed to kind of let him make mistakes, especially when your team's not going to win anything anyway. And then every time the Leafs would call up a young guy, they wouldn't play. They'd get scratched, which is I'm sure they don't mind. You know, that's a decent paycheck for the day.
I was gonna say they're still collecting that NHL paycheck,
but it still would have been nice to see them actually on the ice and playing.
That's fair.
I'm done with my Craig rant. If you'd like to move on.
You mentioned Easton Cowan there. Played 66 games this regular season, so not terrible. Only played 4 with the Toronto Marlies.
Also, sorry, they held Cowan hostage in the NHL when the Olympic break happened. Why did you send him down?
That one I did kind of question when I saw that.
Like he just stayed in the club.
In the regular season, Easton Cowan had 3 points in 4 games with the Toronto Marlies, and currently has 6 points in 8 playoff games with the Marlies. So he's been on a nice little hot streak here. Not exactly the most fair thing in the world when you have an NHL player playing AHL games.
You
but
also have Bo Grew, who played a bunch of NHL games. He kind of just kept getting sent up and down for
I was gonna say he was.
I think he played 20 games, but he kept getting sent up and down just to make sure that he was playoff eligible for the Marlies.
Yeah, he spent, I think it was 3 different stints with the Leafs this season.
I think one doesn't count because they sent him down and called him right back up.
Right, they did. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Just to be like, hey, he's still playoff eligible, right? Cool, we're calling him back up. We need him tonight.
Yeah. So he had 52 points in 59 games in the regular season for the Marlies, and then currently has 2 points in 8 games with the Marlies in the playoffs. I believe I actually saw one of those goals.
Oh, did you?
Or his only goal, rather.
That's sweet.
I got it to a Marlies game a couple weeks back against the Rocket, and they dominated them 6-2.
That's sweet. You got a good game.
I got a very good game. That little barn can get so loud for a building that only sits 3,500. Now, I'm going to bring it up.
All right.
Just because it's a conversation that has to be had.
Depending on what it is, no, it doesn't.
It should be, though. It should be a conversation to be had.
I need to hear this.
Chase Reed, Keaton Verhoff, Carson Carrolls, Albert Smiths.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. 4 defensemen projected to go in the top 7. Why not the Leafs? Other than you take the best player available.
See, Oh, sorry. Finish. I might have cut you off too early.
I believe is Gavin McKenna. He is the best overall player. However, I don't think he needs to be taken by the Leafs just because of the way their forwards have performed. And outside of this season, where
The
nothing was seemingly going right, forwards have not really been the problem.
the only reason why I'm saying take the best player available is it's because it's the first overall pick. It'd be a completely different discussion if it was the second, or the third, or the fourth. You take kind of what you need, but also the best player at that spot. If you're not taking McKenna at the first overall pick, you might as well trade it and trade down, get some extra assets for it.
So could we maybe see that with the? I feel like the Sharks won't, because if the Sharks are trading,
They don't need it. If they're trading it, they'd have to give away like Misa or something to do a quick
yeah.
swap.
So I'm just looking here
Is
at
Coover
Vancouver.
is Coover's third?
Yeah, they've got 3, 24, 33, and 41 inside the top two. Or sorry, in the first two rounds. So 3-1, you're probably taking a second, and then they
Probably.
got 4, 5, 6. Do you maybe take one of those as well?
Well, you're probably doing one for three swap,
Yeah.
and then maybe something in the second, and then a decent prospect that probably equals up to enough. But then again, I think of Chaika, how is it? Chaika?
Shaika.
Shaika. I think if he makes that trade, the Leafs fans are rioting. I'm not even kidding you.
I don't hate that. I'm just pulling up the Vancouver Canucks prospect page here.
I couldn't even tell. Like what I think I said is probably fair value. Like, because you're not giving up the guy that you just traded for Quinn Hughes. I can't. Bulliam, Z Bulliam. I think that's his name.
Yeah, Zeev Buium, yeah.
You're not giving him up, but if you are doing a trade, you want a decent defenseman prospect then.
Yeah.
Somebody who's probably NHL ready, who can play NHL games this year.
They have Parker Alkos, who has 30 points in 63 games across 2 seasons in WHL. Uh, Jack Thompson played 56 games in the AHL, 25 points. That's a bit more expected. There's a better judgment on that, I guess. Uh, as for players they actually have, I don't. Oh man,
I think it's just Z Buium, but you're not trading.
I was gonna
anyway.
say it might be Zeev Buium, and that is the end of list. If we're going defenseman,
Who's the fourth? Who's the fourth? Is that the Blackhawks?
yes, I believe the Blackhawks have 4. Either Blackhawks or Rangers. I'm not. I think, yeah, Blackhawks have 4, Rangers have 5.
Now, I could be a little bit more interested in the Blackhawks because I'm pretty sure they have a decent defenseman that's playing NHL games for them this year. Like, I think he doesn't put up points, but I think he's a pretty decent. Is it Chernikov or is that the Sharks defenseman?
Let me just pull up their page here. If you want to go blockbuster, you could go Philip Honrak, or I believe it's Tom Willander on the Canucks as well. But then that would have to involve money going back the other way.
Mm-hmm.
It's there if you want it, I guess.
Unless you're retaining on one of those deals, but I doubt it. Oh, plus since we're on Vancouver, they made the Sedins co-president, and I can't remember.
Yes, they did.
I can't remember who they made their GM.
I wasn't gonna touch on that just because I'm not certain of everything that's going on, but I did see the Steens
I
were
just
made co-presidents.
I just wanted to put that out there since we were talking about them. But
That's fair.
so I don't think they are. I still think the Leafs wouldn't be stupid enough to, especially Shaika. They'd be rioting in the streets if they traded away that pick.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? In the streets, it's a 2-hour drive from the draft. So if it happens on draft day or just before, there's no guarantee that's not a street. That's not a riot in Buffalo going on. Um, as for Chicago on D, they have Alex Vlasic, who's locked up till 2030 on a $4.6 million deal. He's 24.
I would be intrigued.
Artem Levshinov, that's the guy you were thinking of. He's only 20 on his ELC, making 975.
And I'm pretty sure he was pretty good for them this year.
He wasn't too bad. And then Sam Rinzel. Rinzel?
I don't know.
Rinzel. Rinzel. Yeah, Rinzel. That's
Yeah.
right.
Sure.
21, shoots right, 941 AAV. So,
Like
a
if
couple guys there.
if I'm trading with anyone, it's probably them. They seem to have a decent defense core. So
I would, if you're going pick for pick and then prospect, it's probably going to be Chicago. Because realistically, New York just got down here, so they're not going to be looking to trade. Trade any prospects at least. Calgary just got down here. They won't be looking to trade.
Oh wait,
maybe
maybe
Seattle.
Maybe the Flames will actually trade with us now that Tree's gone.
You want to do that? We can go down that path if you want here.
Because I'm pretty sure there was talks that one of the defensemen that got traded, Anderson or Uyghur, were gonna end up in Toronto. But
yeah,
that was all rumors, just because Calgary wouldn't talk to us.
yeah.
I don't even know what they have. I don't.
They've got Zane Parekh. I don't think you're trading that though. This is an old decor.
He's also. I don't think he's quite NHL ready yet. Anyway, man, he looks good though.
I like the way he looks. I would enjoy him. 37 games, 9 points. As my webpage crashes, how fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I view his total points here. Here we go. 10 points in 38 games. That's not terrible, but
yeah, I know. I just don't think he's quite there yet.
That's fair.
Maybe another year or two, and then he's good. But I don't know.
Well, that's the thing about this year is that you can't either you guess now or you hold your cards and you figure it out. So after a solid, probably 30 minutes on the Leafs once again.
I think we spent 20.
Yeah, 20. Okay, well,
20.
Oh yeah, because I forgot we did mention Chris Knobloch getting fired. Charlie Coyle gets an extension coming off a career year with the.
Isn't he with Columbus?
I know this team, Columbus Blue Jackets. Took me a second there. We got there though. 6 years for $6 million for the. I almost said 36-year-old for the 34-year-old. Charlie Coyle, who, as I mentioned, just set a career high in, I believe, points and goals.
I'm just gonna ask this, not in Coyle's perspective.
Yeah.
Why?
From the team perspective, I'm assuming that contract will not be played out till the end.
It's not. There's no way.
Yeah.
He's gonna play till he's 40? Is he gonna be effective till he's 40?
Well, that'll be the question, right?
Like a 34-year-old setting a career high and stuff is
You know what?
already
He's
going.
had a healthy season. Like he's been not even a healthy season. He's had a fairly healthy career. Broke into the league in 2012, 2013 with 37 games.
Mm-hmm.
2013-14 played 70, and then 82 right up until 17-18 where he played 66. But then he played in the playoffs that season as well as years previous. Plays 60 with the Wild the next season, gets traded to Boston, plays 21 with them. So that's 81 out of 82 right there. Very likely he missed a game between Minnesota Boston.
Mm-hmm.
70 in 1920, which was all they played that year for Boston. 51 the following year, so not healthy. His first truly injury-riddled season. I actually remember that year. I felt bad for him at the end of it. Because he got traded to Boston and I kind of fell in love with him after that. And then next season, actually next couple seasons, he plays 82 games. 24-25, he plays 64, but gets traded mid-season to the Aves and plays 19 with them. And then a full 82 with Columbus this year.
Unless if he wanted some crazy number and they were just like, here, what if we give you 6x6 to keep that cap hit down?
I could see that happening.
Because maybe he wanted like, hey, I'll sign a 2-year for 10 mil or something like that.
Yeah, just take the fact that look, we both know you're not going to see the end of this deal. Just take this money and shut up and run, kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's bad for him, like great for him. I don't get it from the Columbus side. That's all.
I mean, this is the guy that,
other than to keep the cap hit down.
like, this guy hasn't made more than $5 million or $5.5 million in any contract.
Oh, really?
He broke in on his ELC with $900K, signed a 5-year deal with Minnesota for 3.2, signed a 6-year deal with Boston at 5.25, and then getting 6 with Columbus. That's a pretty damn good player to be
making under
to have.
Yeah.
And I get there was a big step up in points. He also had a better role in Columbus that I think fit him more. Oh no, sorry, he came just shy of a career season. He hit 60 and 25 goals in Boston in 23-24. But that's a asterisk best team in the league. Best team ever.
Yeah.
Oh no. Hold on. Sorry, continue.
I just I don't like I personally don't understand it unless if it's just to keep a cap hit down. But other than that, like good for him. I hope he's able to play out this contract. Like just it's cool to see players play till they're 40. Like I don't know. It's pretty cool. I doubt it's the kind of the same thing with the Chris Tanev contract in my opinion, where here's a bunch of money, you're probably not seeing the end of it, so have fun.
Yeah. So tiny little screw up on my end here. Those 60 points came after the Bruins set the NHL record for most points in a regular season.
That was the year after?
Yeah. I wondered that. I didn't think those dates looked right, and I just looked it up. I was in fact correct there. Yeah, great deal for him. Questionable from the Blue Jackets, but you know what? He plays out that deal at $6 million. The cap is gonna be 135, 140. If I had to take a guess, it's gonna be 120 in 2 years' time.
That's nuts.
The cap's gonna blow up here, and that's exactly where it's going. So even if he doesn't, that's gonna be a fine deal for them. Now back to the playoffs, which is probably what we should have let off with.
Yeah,
The Minnesota
probably.
Wild have been, well, I guess we kind of did with the Braden McNabb suspension. We mentioned that just after the Schaefer Calder, but um,
We're just saving the
yeah, the
best.
Colorado Avalanche. I need to roll the Minnesota Wild here. I
Uh,
you have to feel bad for the Wild here, and not
we
only
d-
that,
we deserved a game
sorry,
6 or a game 7. I can't believe it's already
and
over.
yeah, and we get cut off at 5. Nick Foligno gets 2 goals in the last game, and then second period the Avs get one, and man, third period
That
it
name goal.
dies. What a shot! Could have been there for
Where
Team Canada,
I was
but he
gonna,
wasn't,
I was gonna,
obviously.
I was gonna say the
I've seen the memes going around today.
the Olympics,
That's definitely
ruined the NHL for the sorry, ruined the NHL for the rest of the league just because McKenna's gonna tear everybody to pieces.
yeah. And hey, you know what? I was giving him crap for not performing, and I'm pretty sure he's got 3 points since I called him out. So
Good
hey
for you.
ho,
Good for you.
what are you gonna do?
You called him out.
I called the game as well. Last night actually, I was texting a couple of buddies, and I said I know this isn't a game 7, but this game kind of feels like a game 7. And 5 minutes later, if that, Brett Kulak gets his first of the playoffs and sends the Colorado Avalanche off to the Eastern Conference or Western Conference Final.
Eastern, wrong
Yes.
conference.
Yep.
uh, I am riding with the I'm bandwagging behind the Colorado Avalanche. They've they've been my Stanley Cup pick since what like November. I think that's when
Yeah, I'm pretty
I
sure.
think that's when I picked them.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh,
they got so many good performances though on the Wild. Quinn Hughes and Kirill Kaprizov are still both tied for second in points now.
that's
Matt
crazy.
Boley's tied for fifth. Nathan McKinnon now has 13 points in 9 games, so I might have woken him up.
You woke him
He
up.
was one of the 15 people that saw that video
He
or
watched the
saw that
pod.
podcast
He saw the pod and well,
and
that
decided
Chris
no.
guy called me out. What?
This weird guy from Canada called me out, so I'm terrorizing this league and I'm terrorizing this series now.
It's gonna.
Martin, sorry.
Can I'm just curious. What was Quinn and Faber's total time on ice in that final game?
Uh, Quinn
I
Hughes. Let me
he
pull it
had
up
to
here.
play like 45 minutes, right? He had to have played that, right?
I actually think the crazier time on ice is going to come from the Avalanche defenseman. Quinn Hughes played 30 minutes.
Oh, just 30.
It was a very short overtime,
Oh,
though.
was
I
it?
believe it was only 5 minutes long, if that. Uh, 3:52, not even five
Oh,
minutes
okay.
long. So it was a very short overtime. And then Brock Faber 32:06 time on ice.
Slacker.
So I man, one thing to note though, the Avalanche were playing with only 4 defensemen for a solid chunk of that game.
Oh, really?
Cale Makar, yeah, Cale Makar went down the tunnel for a bit. He ended up having 29 shifts regardless, playing 25 minutes. And then, uh, no, that can't be the same guy that I'm thinking it is. Never mind. Yes, it is. Jack Aitchen, uh, playing only 5 shifts in this game. 5:35 time on ice. He left in the first period, I believe.
Jesus.
So unknown what is going to come of that. Obviously, if you're the Avalanche, you're now kind of hoping the Ducks tie it up later tonight, and then just to get your guys a little extra rest there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're probably cheering for that series to go 7.
I absolutely you are. Get yourself as much rest as possible,
I
and
mean, look
I
at
mean,
the
quite frankly, Minnesota left them banged up. They
yeah.
went down with a fight, so a little
Well,
bit of rest and relaxation wouldn't hurt the Avs here.
so we're gonna have an Avs Canes final, right?
Yes, I feel like that is a very confident answer, and I will say that with confidence right now. Uh, the Avalanche are getting everything they need, and then the Carolina Hurricanes are
Yeah,
playing perfect
you got a pissed
Rod
off
Brindamore hockey.
you got a pissed off Nathan McKinnon. Yeah.
Yeah, and a retirement home Freddie Anderson, who has decided to step up now, who was not even the starter heading into these playoffs, but then game one rolls around and he is, and now here we are, 8 games later
Oh,
in the conference final.
did you see that stat that Brendan Moore has been a part of? I think it's 98% of Kane's playoff wins.
Yes, I did. That was a crazy stat to read. I I can't believe that. As a player or a coach, you're a part of 98% of an organization's entire playoff wins. That I phrased that terribly. I apologize to anyone who caught that. Um, yeah.
Isn't that nuts? Like what?
I mean, you've been around the same organization for so long. I guess it's bound to happen, but
Yeah,
it's shocking regardless.
it makes no sense.
No. Uh, yeah, obviously that looks like it's going to continue for a bit here. I'm pretty sure he's got a couple more years left on his contract.
I
But yeah,
I'm still kind of shocked that Colorado and Minnesota didn't go past 5.
I was going to say we were kind of robbed in back-to-back series with the Wild, eh?
Yeah,
Like Stars Wild only went 6, and then
this one went
Wild
5.
Avalanche goes 5.
What what was the Avs first series? How many games did that go?
4. It was a
Oh,
4-0 sweep against the Kings.
I forgot they played the Kings. That's how
Yeah.
irrelevant they were.
Yep.
So whoever comes out of the Ducks Vegas series is getting swept, right? Maybe winning 1. Hey, there's a trend.
If it's the Golden Knights, I think they get 1 or 2. If it's the Ducks, I think that's done in 4.
Sorry, I mean, it was a trend. Actually, if you're looking at the trend, Colorado sweeps, they lose 1, now they're gonna lose 2. So
2, and then the Cup final goes to 7.
hey, and that's what we really deserve is a Game 7 in the Cup Finals, and it's over in overtime.
Yep.
Best and worst way to win to see a cup be won.
Yeah. Yep. I I it's so I understand why my reasoning won't make sense to a lot of people, but I feel like we were kids, we're having fun from the Ducks versus such a well-rounded playoff team like the Avs. That's why I think that's going to be over in 5, or sorry, 4. And then obviously the Golden Knights, they have playoff experience. Goaltending's been eh. It's looked better this series though.
I mean, but it's
the Colorado Avalanche. You're gonna need goaltending to steal you a game here at least. Most likely 4. if you're the Golden Knights, and I can't see that happening. Uh, so yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Four for both teams?
Uh, Ducks. Ducks get swept. Vegas goes 6.
Okay, I yeah, I can see that happening.
It's depending on how healthy the Vegas is too, but
I mean, right now they're not, so I mean they never really are. So
that's fair.
there's your answer. Um, one thing in the Montreal series or Montreal Buffalo series, there has been a goaltending change. Uh, Ukko-Pekka
No.
almost went Ukko-Pekka. Uh, Ukko-Pekka is now back in the net
Oh,
for
okay.
the Buffalo Sabres as of Game 4, I believe. Uh,
Was why?
so that is
Oh,
interesting to see. Alex Lyon was very good in the first game against Montreal,
kind of had two
as he was in
stinkers.
the final games against Boston, and then kind of fell off a cliff a bit. And Buffalo wasn't taking any chances. They weren't letting that series get 3-1,
Oh,
and they pulled them.
by the way, goaltending has started to exist.
Slowly. Yeah, I have caught that slowly. Uh, still terrible save percentages from either side, but
but it's
I
better than.
suppose,
Hey, Buffalo had 3 goals on 4 shots.
yeah, so I guess 3 goals on 13 shots now is better. Um, all
Did you
right, so yeah.
did you want to bang off the rest of the award winners, or did you just want to do 2, keep the trend going?
Uh, I, yeah, I kind of like going 2 for 2 here.
All right, where would you like to start?
Uh, I'll pick one today, and you can pick one. All right. I want to go with the Jim Gregory GM of the Year award. Those finalists were just recently announced, but I feel like it's fitting. Uh, what were you thinking there?
Well, who are the candidates? Got to read those off.
Uh, all right, okay. It would be Bill Guerin,
David.
of the Minnesota Wild, freshly eliminated Minnesota Wild. Chris McFarland of the Colorado Avalanche, who are now Western Conference finalists, and Pat Verbeek of the Anaheim Ducks. I I don't know. To me, Bill Guerin is out immediately. Just because purely he didn't do enough for his team. Whether the price was too high or not, that's to be seen. But you have a chance to.
Hey man, he traded for Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, but you need center depth.
Yeah.
And that's just not something he went out and got come trade deadline time, right?
Hmm.
So he's going to be out for me. Uh, this is just going to come back to one name, and it's going to be Chris McFarland. But Pat Verbeek, I've loved what he's done with the Ducks over the past few years. He's pulled guys out of bad situations, and he's made a great one for himself. If the Colorado Avalanche didn't exist, I would easily give it to him, but they exist. They won the President's Trophy. They got better at the deadline, although I believe their points percentage was worse.
They
And
probably
now
stopped
they've
trying.
rolled. Sorry?
They probably
Yeah,
stopped trying as much.
yeah. And now they've rolled their way right into the Western Conference Final. It's got to be Chris McFarland for me.
I'm leaning the other way. I'm going towards the Ducks.
Yeah,
Like
I can see an argument for both being made.
the only reason why I have a hard time with McFarland, like yeah, like he made some decent trades at the deadline to make. Obviously, you make your team better. Uh, You brought in Kadri, you brought in Wah. I can't remember who else you brought in. I just remember those two.
Keep going here, and I'll help you
You
out.
you revamped your goaltenders last year, like completely.
Yep.
It's just hard for me to ignore the fact that you have a Nathan McKinnon, Gabriel Landeskog, Cale Makar, Devon Toews. Verbeek brought a last place Ducks team into the playoffs.
Yeah. You wanted deadline trades. Obviously, the Nazem Kadri one, Nicholas Waugh, Nick Blankenberg was also acquired, and then just before that, overtime goal scorer Brett Kulak
Oh right.
was also acquired just a few days before the deadline, and then
Like, don't get me wrong, McFarland did a really good job. Like, obviously you have an elite center group.
yeah,
Not only that, you have multiple centers that can play on the wings.
yeah,
Like, I don't know. It's just the way that you're able to bring a team that nobody thought was going to make the playoffs, and they made the playoffs. Not only did they make the playoffs, they
got out of the first round, beating the defending Stanley Cup finalists.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's Verbeek. You can't go wrong with either of them,
No,
in my opinion.
no,
But
I don't think you can.
I think it's Verbeek.
All right, that's fair. So now, yeah, you can take this next one here. Who are we going, or which award are we going for?
Let's go for the Vézina.
You. I don't wanna. No.
Why not?
You know why. The finalists for the George Vézina, I think it's the George Vézina trophy. The Habs just tied it, by the way.
They did too.
Ilya Sorokin, Jeremy Swayman, Andrei Vasilevsky. Is there a debate here?
No.
Okay. So let's have that.
Depending on who you think it should be, there might be a debate here.
Who I think and who I want are two very different things.
Yeah. But you obviously want your guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride or die with Jeremy Swayman. You can't ignore the numbers, though. Andrei Vasilevsky was the superior goalie this year. So yeah, I guess if I'm assuming you're going Vasily as well.
I was not.
No?
I was gonna go with Sorokin.
All right. The floor is yours, sir. Please take it away.
Now, granted, this was from a long time ago, so give me 1 sec.
All right.
1 sec. I haven't looked at things, so this was from a long time ago.
All right.
So I could be very, very wrong.
Andrei Vasilevsky leads the league in most key stats for goaltenders. Jeremy Swayman is right up there, top 3, top 5 in most of them, and then Ilya Sorokin is thereabouts with Swayman. That's my reasoning for giving it to Vasilevsky, and then I'd let a bit of bias kick in, and I'd give it to Jeremy Swayman for second.
So
I'm just pulling up the stats here right now, but yeah, take it away.
I might have to redact my statement.
Yeah.
Although Sorokin didn't seem that much worse. I don't think. I can't. Okay, hold on. Sorokin had 7 shutouts, so I think that's kind of where I was getting most of my numbers from.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Nah, you know what? It's Vasi. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while, so that is on me. I deeply apologize for that. It is Vasi all day, every day. He was by far the best goalie in every category. I think, except for save percentage. I think that was the only thing he didn't lead in, and shutouts, obviously. But
save percentage, he was third.
yeah, but he
Uh,
had the lowest goals against average.
Shutouts. I can't even find him here.
So he's probably tied
17th with 2. So he's
Yeah.
tied for 17th with 2, which is still pretty good. Yes. And then goals against average, he was second. Now, here's a conversation to be had. Was Scott Wedgwood robbed of a nomination?
Yep.
I would tend to agree with that. The only thing that I think keeps him out of this compared to the other two is games played. Or, sorry, the other 3 is games played. Wedgwood played 45, so more of a 1A, 1B with Mackenzie Blackwood. Vasilevsky played 58. Swayman, I know, played nearly 60. And then Ilya Sorokin played 55. Huh? Okay, sorry. I'm looking at games played versus games started. Nope, that doesn't make sense. I was going to say that the Islanders goaltending played combined 85 games, but no, that 54 and 28, that makes sense now. Okay. Whoops. And then, yeah, Swayman playing 55 games, starting 54 of them. That's...
No,
yeah.
You give it to Vasi. He's the clear favorite.
Yeah.
Sorry. On my part, I screwed up the numbers.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
But
I don't see how you don't give it to him. Although Wedgwood, wait, was it Wedgwood?
Yep. Yeah, Wedgwood had better numbers.
He was robbed of a nomination.
Yeah.
And I get the games played comes into it, but I don't care. Didn't Allmark play like 45 when he won the Vézina? Because wasn't him and Swayman's weren't they doing 1A 1B? Wasn't that same year?
He played 49, but he was 0.7 better than the next goaltender in save percentage and 0.3 better than the next goaltender in goals against. So I think that's where he wins it out there.
I mean, I guess, but doesn't Wedgwood have better numbers than most of the other goalies, or am I?
Wedgwood is 0.5. 0.005 ahead of Jesper Wallstedt in second, and then 0.29 better goals against. So I don't know. Okay, if you're gonna be that guy, then yeah, okay, maybe Allmark shouldn't have won the Vézina that year.
No, I'm not even saying that. I was just, I don't know how you.
I feel like
I don't know how you look at the Allmark situation and then just also not be like, Wedgwood doesn't deserve a nomination.
Yeah,
that's kind of just a nomination, man. Like, that's all I'm saying. He doesn't have to win the damn thing. Although, I think it makes it a little bit of a tighter conversation. I still think Vasi gets the edge just because of the games played. It makes it more of a conversation than
I think it's Vasi, Swayman, Sorokin right now. If Wedgwood is in there, it's Vasi, Wedgwood, Swayman.
Yeah.
Which make like in order 1, 2, 3 for each of those, and I think that makes it a lot closer.
It at least makes it a better discussion than
give it to the best goaltender
than what we're having here, which is
Yeah.
Vasi was by far the better goalie.
Hey, this is still exhilarating. People are gonna love this, I'm sure.
Sure.
Definitely not just filling time right now.
Yeah, I think Vasi gets it. There's
Yeah. Not too much conversation there.
No, we made a whole conversation about how Wedgwood got robbed of a nomination, and we didn't
Yeah.
talking about anything else.
Well, I guess for the Allmark conversation, if we want to just touch on that briefly, it's important to note he did have a goal that year as well, so he was putting up big numbers. But yeah.
Who was he going against that year?
Oh god, you're gonna. Sure, I know Gustafson was there. Okay, hold on here.
What year was that? 2023.
Yeah. It was. Nope, that's only nominee, or sorry, that's only award winners. The Hockey Writers, come on. It will be. Nope.
Hellebuck, Sorokin, and Allmark.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That.
So Hellebuck.
Ow.
Hellebuck. Right. That was 2023 when.
Yeah, 22-23. So that's proof that games played does matter. Connor Hellebuyck, 64 games played that year. Sorokin, 62 games played that year. And then Linus Ullmark was heads and tails above the rest at 49 games played. But his stats are so much better than the other two. So, like, Ullmark had 938, Sorokin had 924, Connor Hellebuyck had 920. Goals against.
No, wrong year, 2024.
Ullmark had a 189.
What the?
Sorokin had 234, and then Hellebuyck had 249, which is outside the top 10. So games played do matter, but it's also not one explicit criteria as well, though. It's best goaltender in the league, so that can vary, obviously, in what you're looking for person to person.
Did you read off Allmark's stats the year that he won the Vézina? Did you? And I just wasn't paying attention to you.
Pretty much, yeah. A 938 save percentage, a 189 goals against, 48.
I don't
or
care
49. Sorry, 46 and 1 record.
And what did the other two played? How many games?
60 plus games each.
Yeah,
Sorokin played 62.
I don't care that they played that many games. Looking at those numbers is nuts. What the
Yeah.
hell? I forgot.
Yeah.
Did you see who the previous winner was to have a below 2 goals against average winner was? You didn't see that, right?
No, I'm going to assume.
Take a guess.
Okay. No.
It's kind of recently, but
Is it post? Is it more recent than 2010?
More recent than 2010.
No. Sorry, you're cutting out.
Sorry, more recent than 2010. Like within the last 6 years.
Vasi or Shesterkin. I
How would you feel if I told you that it was Marc-Andre Fleury with the Vegas Golden Knights? At
I
the
would
at the
not
ripe
be surprised, and I would
at the
feel
ripe
incredibly stupid.
age of 36, having a 1.98 goals against average and a 928 save percentage.
Jesus.
And he played 36 games. It looks like.
What?
It only looks like he played
No.
30. It looks like he only played 36.
Okay. I see. I was thinking it'd be Vasi or Shesterkin.
Yeah, he played 36
Uh,
he played 36 that year.
wow. All right, that is crazy. Um, I was the reason I was asking was if it was 2010 or earlier, or sorry, or later. Uh, I was thinking Tim Thomas in that 2010-2011 Bruins
Okay.
Cup run.
The Tim Thomas one, he was at 2.
I yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He was bang on 2 goals against with a 938.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, anyways, we're getting off the rails a bit here.
Sorry, that I was curious if you knew who that was. That was kind of interesting for me too.
I Okay, I gotta go look at that year because I can't figure out how a player or how a goalie who gets 30, what'd you say, 36 games?
36. I'm pretty sure it was 36.
And he wins the Vézina. Okay, that's a wild stat. Um, but yeah, I think that's about it for this one.
Yeah.
All right.
That seems to be it. All right, I'll nail the intro better this time. We won't have to cut it.
All right, take it away then.
Thank you guys for watching. You could have been anywhere. You're choosing to hang out with us and our amazing takes.
Yep. Definitely great takes.
So don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share to every single person. I don't care if you're friends with them or not. Tell them to come check out our podcast because it is fantastic.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you guys.